saw you at the Texaco, filling up your daddy's Cadillac. My boots were scuffed, my jeans had holes, but girl, the way you looked right back made me forget about those judgy folks who think they know just what I lack. Yeah, something about the way you smile got my heart running off the track. Sneaking out past Sunday service while the congregation prays, your white dress gets a little dirty as we slip away. Sweet tea kisses in my lifted Ford, breaking every rule your daddy made. Two different worlds, but can't ignore this feeling that just won't fade. Ain't no stopping what we started here, even if the whole town's got something to say. Tình yêu không có ranh giới, anh không thể hiểu được, trái tim không chọn được ai, con đường tình yêu gấp ghềnh. Your mama thinks I'm going nowhere, but baby, that ain't true. Got my own way of getting somewhere, and now it leads to you. Sweet tea kisses in my lifted Ford, breaking every rule your daddy made. Two different worlds, but can't ignore this feeling that just won't fade. And ain't no stopping what we started here, even if the whole town's got something to say. Yeah, they see my truck, they judge my life, think they know my story, but they ain't right. Built this ride with my own two hands while they sit in judgment from their promised lands. But you saw past all the small town talk, past the mud on my boots when I walk, found something real beneath the clay. Now every night we're sliding away through back roads where no one can find, two hearts leaving their past behind. Don't need their blessing or their shame, 'cause what we got they can't explain. Sweet tea kisses in my lifted Ford, that's all we need, that's all we need. Traded my pickup for a subway pass. Been 6 months since I've touched real grass. Living it in a box up on floor 23, trying to convince myself this is who I should be. But every night when the traffic dies down, I find myself missing that old hometown. Ain't no skyline we're trading for these stars, no corner office beats my daddy's old barn. Some folks call it settling, I call it coming clean. Back where the dirt roads know what freedom means, where Friday night still means something true, and every sunrise brings a different view. I try to change, but I know who I am. Can't paint stripes on a workhorse. Down. Got myself a suit and learned to talk just right. Started climbing ladders, staying late at night. But these shiny shoes don't fit quite the same as boots that know to smell the morning rain. Now I'm packing up, they all think I'm crazy, but they never knew what made me. Ain't no skyline my daddy's old barn. Some folks call it settling, I call it coming clean. Back where the dirt roads know what freedom means, where Friday night still means something true, and every sunrise brings a different view. I try to change, but I know who I am. Can't paint stripes on a workhorse town. Called Mama yesterday to say I'm coming back. She said, son, sometimes moving forward means backtracking. Ain't no skyline we're trading for these stars. No corner office beats my daddy's old barn. Some folks call it settling, I call it coming clean. Back where the dirt roads know what freedom means, but Friday night still means something true, and every sunrise brings a different view. I tried to change, but I know who I am. Can't paint stripes on a workhorse. Damn. These boots ain't shiny, they're stained with soil. Been working since sunrise, honest days toil. Pickup's got dents, but she runs just fine. Don't need your approval, this life is mine. Last week some stranger looked down his nose at my worn out jeans and my farmer's clothes. I was raised up right, don't need your bright lights. Born in the backwoods, do it all right. Raised up right, don't need your bright lights. Got everything I need in my life. Granddaddy taught me to work this land. Built a home here with his own two hands. Some folks might laugh at our simple ways, but we're still standing after all these days. They call us backward, call us slow, but they don't know what we already know. I was raised up right, don't need your bright lights. Born in the backwoods, doing all right. Raised up right, don't need your bright lights. Got everything I need in my life. Three generations of sweat and pride. Ain't no shame in this countryside. The truth runs deeper than what you see. This ain't no act, this is just me. I was raised up right, don't need your bright lights. Born in the backwoods, doing all right. Raised up right, don't need your bright lights. Got everything I need in my life. Red clay on my tires, engine's running hot. Your daddy said don't take her, but that's all I got. Pushing through the backwoods, past the county line. You're hanging on and laughing, yeah, we're doing fine. Ain't no hole too deep, ain't no hill too steep. Baby, hold on tight to me, 'cause ain't no hole too deep. Ain't no hole too deep. Stuck here in the bottom, water rising slow. You say we should call someone, but I say no. Prop before the falling, that's what mama said. But I keep on pushing straight ahead. Ain't no hole too deep, ain't no hill too steep. Baby, hold on tight to me, 'cause ain't no hole too deep. Ain't no hole too deep. 3 hours gone by now, phone's got no bars. Sitting in the darkness under southern stars. Morning light is breaking, walk 5 miles home. Covered head to toe now in that southern lawn. You ain't even angry, just shake your head. Say next time listen, that's all you said. Ain't no hole too deep, ain't no hill too steep. Baby, hold on tight to me, 'cause ain't no hole too deep. Ain't no my beat up boots, judge me by my accent, call me no good. Been working since sunrise, grease on my hands. If that makes me what you hate, well, I am what I am. Can't help but notice how you roll your eyes when my diesel engine rolls on by. With these callous hands build half this town, while you sit up there trying to put me down. They say I'm too rough, say I'm too crude. Well, let me tell you something that you already knew. My truck's too loud, my collar's too blue, but I ain't changing nothing just to make it easy for you. Yeah, my truck's too loud, my collar's too blue, and I wear it like a badge, 'cause that's just what I do. Whoa. Small town radio blasting, Skinner loud, ain't got caviar taste, and man, I'm proud. My daddy worked steel, my mama worked late to put food on the table. Now that's what makes you great. You can laugh at my ways, call me what you will, but I got everything I need right here in these hills. They say I'm too dumb, down for you real quick. Born in a trailer, raised up in the sticks. First job at 14, hauling hay in the sun. Learned about life from the barrel of a gun. Hunt my own dinner, fix my own ride. Got values and virtues that I won't put aside. Church on Sunday, work on Monday. Ain't afraid of nothing that life throws my way, yeah. I drink beer from a can, not some fancy glass. Drive a truck that's built to work, not built to last. My hands are rough, my heart is true, and that's more than enough. The truck's too loud, my collar's too blue, but I ain't changing nothing just to make it easy for you. Yeah, my truck's too loud, my collar's too blue, and I worry like a badge, 'cause that's just what I do. My truck's too loud, my collar's too blue, but I ain't changing nothing just to make it easy for you. Yeah, my truck's too loud, my collar's too blue, and I worry like a badge, 'cause that's just what I do. Broke down Beamer on a dirt road bend. City boy looking mighty lost, my friend. Standing there in his $1,000 shoes, while I pulled up in my rusty F-150 blues. At first he looked at me like I was bad news, but desperate times leave no room to choose. We might live different lives, but we all bleed the same inside. 3 hours under that hot July sun, fixing that German car, sweating, getting it done. He talked about Wall Street, I talked about hay. Found out we both lost our dads the same way. Cancer don't care what side of the tracks your mailbox sits or what flag you got on your back. We might live different lives, but we all bleed the same inside. Now he comes down from the city twice a year, brings his kids to fish in my pond right here. They call me Uncle Billy, ain't that wild? His wife makes sushi, I make gator wild. Some folks say we don't make no sense, but friendship don't need no white picket fence. We might live different lives, but we all bleed the same inside. We all bleed the same. Yeah, sometimes life's funny that way, when you stop judging and just let it play. Found a brother from another mother, got to say. Down here in the deep, hands all rough and raw. They say I ain't worth much, but I know what I saw. Looking down their nose from their high-rise view, think they got me figured, know just what I do. But every dollar earned through sweat and strain, yeah, I hold my head up while they call my name. They drive their fancy cars right past my street, think they're better 'cause their hands stay clean. But I got something they'll never understand, the dignity of working this unforgiving land. Black dust paycheck, white collar shame, they 6 days a week before the sun shows face, while they're still sleeping in their silk and lace. Break my back daily just to make ends meet, but I ain't asking for no charity. They write their letters about how we live, like we're some problem that they gotta fix. But every morning I punch that clock again, 'cause real respect is something that you gotta earn. Black dust paycheck, white collar shame. They can judge all they want, but I ain't gonna change. Black dust running through these veins. Pride ain't something you can explain. Let me break it down for all you upper crust. Think you know my life, but you don't know my trust. Kicked out your schools 'cause of how I speak. Call me uneducated and your world so sleek. Turned down apartments, doors slammed in my face, like my kind of work brings some kind of disgrace. But I ain't backing down, no I ain't going bound. Got my family legacy and I'm living it now. Y'all can keep your offices way up in the sky. You press suits and ties, your piece of the pie. 'Cause I got some money just can't buy. Generation strong, yeah, that's no lie. My grandfather's spirit in every strike, my father's courage in the dead of night. So go ahead and judge from your safe remove, while I keep proving what these hands can do. Black dust paycheck, white collar shame. They can judge all they want, but I ain't gonna change. Black dust running through these veins. Pride ain't something you can explain. Silk tie at the end of my bar, looking lost and out of place. Asked him what brings him round these parts. Said his company just closed today. Been letting workers go all month. Now he's the one who got the blame. Ain't it funny how whiskey makes brothers of us all? 2 shots in and the walls come down. Ain't it funny how whiskey makes brothers of us all? Different lives, but same ground. Told him about my daddy's farm, how the bank took it years ago. He talked about his kid in college and the pressure weighing on his soul. Found out we both played high school ball against each other back in '94. Oh, ain't it funny how whiskey makes brothers of us all? 2 shots in and the walls come down. Ain't it funny how whiskey makes brothers of us all? Different lives, but same ground. Looking through the bottom of these glasses, finding more than we thought we'd find. Every story brings us closer. Every drink leaves a past behind. Sun's coming up through the window. Empty bottles tell our tale. 2 strangers turn to brothers over bourbon, truth, and time. Sometimes the richest man's the poorest, and the poor man's pushing down. Ain't party hounds last long. A Chelsea made found. This ain't ground. Standing at the bar tonight, just minding my own. I heard you running your mouth, boy, with that condescending tone. Yeah, I heard what you called me. Oh yeah, I heard. Wearing that suit and tie like you know what it's worth. Yeah, I heard what you called me, and I wear it just fine. Got mud on these boots, and this beer ain't wine. Hey, hey, yeah, I heard what you called me. Well, you got that right, 'cause my hands are callous from living my life. Daddy worked the fields, Mama worked the store. Taught me about dignity, can't buy that at your fancy stores. Yeah, I heard what you called me. Oh, I sure did. But your words don't mean nothing when you don't know what living is. Yeah, I heard what you called me, and I wear it just fine. Got mud on these boots, and this beer ain't wine. Hey, hey, yeah, I heard what you called me. Boy, you got that right, 'cause my hands are callous from living my life. Sun up to sundown, work hard all day. While you're counting numbers, I'm making my way. Simple man's truth is all I need. Hey, yeah, I heard what you called me, and I wear it just fine. Got blood on these boots, and this beer ain't wine. Hey, hey, yeah, I heard what you called me. Oh, you got that right, 'cause my hands are callous from living my life. From living my life. Oh, from living my my grease-stained hands, call me second class, while I fix what's broke, make machines last. Pride ain't from books, it's built day by day in this garage of mine, where steel meets faith. You call me simple, you call me slow, but these tools I hold make broken things go. These callous hands don't make mistakes, born to build what others break. Sweat and steel, that's all it hustle. Pistons pound proud, wrenches wrangle right while you run your mouth. Dad taught me truth through spark and flame. Now every engine purrs when I speak its name. You call me dirty, you call me plain, but I bring life back to what you disdain. These calloused hands don't make mistakes, born to build what others break. Sweat and steel, that's all it takes. These calloused hands don't make mistakes. Straight and down. Every bolt and bearing, every rusty screw tells a working story that's tried and true. These callous hands don't make mistakes, born to build what others break. Sweat and steel, that's all it takes. These calloused hands don't make mistakes. Started out when I was 15. Dad's old toolbox in the garage. First time I fixed that Chevy engine, left my hands all scraped and scarred. These marks ain't never gonna fade. Each one's got something to say. Every callus tells a story, every blister earned its place. Yeah, these hands, they ain't too pretty, but they never known disgrace. They never known disgrace. Built our house with these two hands, raised the beams up to the sky. 12-hour days out in the hot sun, never once you heard me cry. These marks ain't never gonna fade. Each one's got something to say. Every callus tells a story, every blister earned its place. Yeah, these hands, they ain't too pretty, they never known disgrace. They never known disgrace. You can judge me from your office, looking down from way up high, but while you're pushing all them papers, I'm building something that'll last through time. Every callus tells a story, every blister earned its place. Yeah, these hands, they ain't too pretty, but they've never known disgrace. They never known disgrace. So go ahead and call me rough. These hands got more truth than words could say. Than words could say. More truth than words could say. First saw dirt under these nails at 13. Dad's truck broke down in the summer heat. Learned to fix things 'cause we couldn't pay. That wrench turned me into who I am today. These callous hands, they tell my story. Every scar, no need for glory. Built my life from the ground. Yeah, that's who I am. Construction sites and factory lines, 12-hour shifts just to make it by. Every blister earned with honest sweat. Ain't a single day that I'll forget. These callous hands, they tell my story. Every scar earned, no need for glory. Built my life from the ground. Yeah, that's who I am. Grandpa worked the fields to 93. Those same rough hands held me as a baby. Now my boy's learning what it means to feel that steely deal and open knee. Beneath. Some folks judge by what they see. Think they know everything about me. But every crack in this weathered skin shows the places and the shape I'm in. These callous hands tell my story, print the shape I'm in. They tell my story. Every scar, no need for glory. No, my life from the ground. Yeah, that's who I am. And that's who I'll always be. Down a dirt road, pickup running slow. They point and stare like they know what I'm about, but they don't. Call me what you want, I ain't gonna change. Got my ways, they're here to stay. Muddy boots on the gas pedal, live my truth. I ain't no rebel, just being me. Can't you see? Call me what you want, I ain't gonna change. Got my ways, they're here to stay. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, that's right, y'all. Fish on Sundays, hunt on Monday, Tuesdays for the tractor, ain't that something? Wednesday night, church, Thursday at the creek, Friday night lights, Saturdays when we meet. Got calloused hands and a stubborn mind, tell simple man's life, leaving doubters behind. Ain't trying to prove nothing to nobody, this is just the life that chose me. Sometimes late at night, when the crickets sing, I wonder why they just stay. Here to stay. Late night in the garage, just me and my machine. Like Daddy always said, grease under my nails, steel and smoking time. Every scratch tells a story, been working since I was 9. What they say about me don't matter anymore, metal speaks truth behind these old doors. Chrome don't lie, no it don't lie. Don't lie, don't ever lie. Chrome don't lie, straight from my soul. Straight from my soul. Chrome don't lie, watch it shine through the darkest night. Cada día en el taller, con mis manos trabajando. El motor es mi vida, el respeto ganando. They can judge from outside, but they don't understand the power in these hands, the pride in what I am. My heart, some call it simple, I call it my art. Chrome don't lie, no it don't lie. Don't ever lie. Chrome don't lie, straight from my soul. Chrome don't lie, watch it shine through the darkest night. My name, but I can fix what you can't explain. When your engine's dead in the pouring rain, I'm the one you're gonna call. Plain and simple, y'all. They say I should have stayed in school, but I learned a different kind of rule, where grease and grit make you a living, and hard work keeps on giving. cash with dirty looks. My diploma's in diesel, my education's real. Got my PhD in turning riches, making broken things heal. Making broken things heal. Making broken You can judge me by my cover, but I know what I'm worth. While you're drowning in your debt, I'm staying true to my heart. Every scar on these hands, every burn, every Band-Aid brand tells a story of survival, of a different kind of revival. My diploma's in diesel, my education's real. Got my PhD in dirty wrenches, making broken things heal. Making broken things heal. Making broken things heal. Yeah, my diploma's in diesel, and that's a mighty good deal. 18 wheels beneath my feet, radio's fuzzing, can't find a beat. Another mile marker passing by, stomach's growling, time to fly. Yeah, these midnight diner lights keep me alive. Coffee, black eggs over easy on the side. These midnight diner lights keep me alive. Found my family scattered nationwide. Peggy's got that pot of joe, been here 30 years, don't you know? Shows me pictures of her grandkids grown, says I remind her of her boy back home. Every booth tells a story, every plate holds a light, every face at the counter makes this long road feel right. These midnight diner lights keep me alive. Coffee, black eggs over easy on the side. These midnight diner lights keep me alive. Found my family scattered nationwide. Mi amigo Miguel en la cocina, compartiendo historias de su familia. Dice que el camino es largo y duro, pero el corazón siempre encuentra futuro. Spatula scraping, plates stacking up, bacon sizzling, coffee dripping slow, kitchen door swinging, bell ringing out. Feels like coming home everywhere I go. Mile after mile, diner to diner, each stop's a chapter, getting wiser and finer. I met a veteran working graveyard shift, taught me more than school ever did. About living free, about being true, about finding peace in what you do. Sometimes home ain't where you sleep, it's in the promises that strangers keep. Yeah, yeah. These midnight diner lights keep me alive. Coffee, black eggs over easy on the side. These midnight diner lights keep me alive. Found my family scattered nationwide. Oh, found my family. La la la. Roll on down that line. La la la. One diner at a time. Keep me alive. Keep me alive. Parking my truck like it's some kind of crime. Got mud on the tires and a fishing pole behind. When I walk in them fancy stores in my work boots, you turn up your nose like I'm some kind of fool. But I earned every dollar in my own way. Got calluses that prove it at the end of each day. Mama raised me right with dirt beneath my feet, and I'm standing tall on everything I believe. You can judge me all you want to, think you're better, that ain't new. But this is who I am, through and through. And I got something to say to you. I ain't gonna apologize for living my life. Ain't gonna apologize, no, not this time. Not this time. You call me simple cause I like sweet tea and Saturday nights down by the creek. My diploma might not hang on some office wall, but I know things you can't learn in halls. I can fix what's broken, build it strong. Been doing it right here all along. Your fancy words don't mean a thing when the real work needs doing. You can laugh behind my back, talk your talk, that's a fact. But I sleep good at night knowing I'm living right. Time, not this time. Been here for generations. I built this land with these hands. Don't need your validation, you wouldn't understand. I ain't gonna apologize for living my life. Ain't gonna apologize, no, not this time. Walking in with my boots on, fancy folks all around, sipping slow, feeling low, like a truck in Ballet Town. They're swirling and they're smelling, all proper and precise, but I'm just here tilling. Ain't no sommelier, but I know what I like. Ain't got fancy words, but I know what I like. Yeah, I know what I like. Yeah, I know what I like. Lord, I know what I like. White tablecloth and crystal makes my hands feel rough. Notes of leather and thistle, man, this wine stuff is tough. But that lady in silk smiling at my honest take says my plain talk's beguiling, got her walls to break. Now they're swirling and they're smelling, started asking me twice, 'cause they like my way of folks who float. Put my beer next to Bordeaux, mixed our drinks and stories too. Found some friends in this chateau, prove that different can be true. Still swirling and still smelling, but now it feels real nice. 'Cause we're all here telling, ain't no sommelier, but I know what I like. Ain't got fancy words, but I know what I like. We all know what we like. Yeah, I know what I like. Lord, I know what I like.
Old Jimmy's been here since I can remember. Been fixing what folks gone broken day after day.
Been watching him work in that old metal shed, where engines come back from the dead. Folks drive up from counties away, 'cause what he knows ain't taught in school, they say. His fingers tell stories through metal and rust, while city folk chase their dollars and dust. Those greasy hands know more than books can teach. Yeah, those greasy hands reach where professors can't reach. Every scratch tells a story of something saved, while others just throw it all away. He don't say much, just listens real close to the way that motor breathes and groans. Could tell you what's wrong before you finish your tale. Fixed up machines, others marked for sale. Some call them simple, but they just don't see the genius in grease and practicality. All their fancy degrees on the wall can't hear an engine's desperate call, but Jimmy knows every bolt and gear, like an old friend whispering in his ear. Those greasy hands know more than books can teach. Yeah, those greasy hands reach where professors can't reach. Every scratch tells a story of something saved, while others just throw it all away. So let them laugh from their high-rise view, while he keeps on doing what he was born to do. 'Cause when their world stops turning right, they'll find their way to his light. And those hands will keep on fixing what the world keeps on missing. My head's splitting like firewood, the sun's too bright in my eyes. Empty bottles scattered around, can't remember how I survived. Last night's a blur of bad choices, and another round of shame. Something about dancing on tables, think somebody called my name. The room won't stop spinning now, and I swear I hear her say, why'd you never listen when I warned you, son? How many mornings till you learn what you've done? Found my truck in Johnson's field, key still hanging in the door. My good boots are caked with mud, my wallet somewhere on the floor. Bits and pieces coming back now, of promises I swore to that girl with the sweet smile. Don't even know her name no more, no more. My stomach's doing backflips while mama's words replay. Why'd you never listen when I warned you, son? How many mornings till you learn what you've done? Might I done, might not, hey, whoa, I can't make it go away. Do our done day. Clock says it's barely noon, but I'm already shot to hell. Living life like a hurricane, got stories I ain't gonna tell. Baby mama had it right about the path I chose to ride. But sometimes wisdom hits you hardest when you're hurting deep inside. Why'd you never listen when I warned you, son? How many mornings till you learn what you've done? Got a metal mansion, lot 23, pickup truck parked proud for all to see. Work these hands till they're all in red, fixing folks' problems, that's what Daddy said. Help Miss Martha with a broken door, Jimmy's kids need food, I'm at the store. Yeah, they call me king around this place, not cause I'm special, cause I know my place. Crown made of aluminum, how it feels. Saturday morning, community clean, organize the boys, keep everything lean. When the storm hit back in '93, whole park pulled together, follow me. Built back stronger than before. Now everybody knows what I stand for. Not about money, not about fame, just doing right by my people every day. Don't need no mansion on a hill, don't need no fancy dollar bills. Got everything I need right here, my kingdom's built on something real. Crown made of aluminum, my truck's got rust holes in the floor, and these boots ain't even from the store. Bank accounts running mighty lean, but baby, let me tell you what I mean. Some folks judge by what they see, looking down the nose of you and me. They don't know what we've got right here in this little place we hold so dear. Ain't got much money, but I'm rich in what matters. Got your love beside me, everything else just scatters. Simple kind of living, but it fills me up inside. Ain't got much money, but I'm living right. Front porch swinging, evening breeze, Sunday dinners under maple trees. Neighbors helping when times get rough, never asking if we've got enough. My daddy taught me long ago, true worth ain't in the things you show, it's in the hearts of those you keep, and promises you aim to keep. When the world keeps pushing, trying to make us change our ways, I'll take these dirt road blessings over their bright city maze. Ain't got much money, but I'm rich in what matters. Got your love beside me, everything else just scatters. Simple kind of living, but it fills me up inside. Ain't got much money, but I'm living right. Living right tonight. Rich in what matters tonight. Monday morning in my mind again, staring at papers I need to sign. Coffee's cold and the clock ticks slow. Something tells me it's time to go. Suits and ties don't catch no fish. Living this life ain't what I wish. Corner office up on 413. They say promotion's coming clean. My daddy's tackle box is calling me back to where I should be. Suits and ties don't catch no fish. Living this life ain't what I wish. Polished shoes on marble floors, screen door slamming like before. Trading charts for fishing charts, following what's in my heart. Set me free. Early morning by the water's edge, simple life is what I pledge. Bait and bobbers, that's my trade. Finally found where I'm made. Suits and ties don't catch no fish. Living this life ain't what I wish. They say money talks, but the leg speaks louder. They say time is gold, but peace is prouder. Suits and ties don't catch no fish. Living this life ain't what I wish. Deep in the pines where the wind don't blow, got that feeling down below. Something's watching, I can tell, but I ain't running, know it well. Ooh, the moon gets high and the crickets cry. Something's coming by and by. Devils in these backwoods, devils in these backwoods. Yeah, in these backwoods. Devils in these backwoods tonight. Daddy told me when I was small, some things you can't explain at all. Feel it crawling up my spine. Been this way since way back time. Ooh, and the fire burns low, and the night winds blow. Something stirring down below. The devil's in these backwoods. The Devils in these backwoods. Yeah, the devils in these backwoods. Devils in these backwoods tonight. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, yeah, hey, yeah, ho. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Devils in these backwoods. Devils in these backwoods. Yeah, the devils in these backwoods tonight. Devils in these backwoods.